Good day, it's me, 5XP. I'm running solo today, so should have a lot better entertaining stream. Gosh, that guy, Blue Knives, I'm so glad we're rid of him. Anyway, so you guys are not gonna be too happy with me. I might have done the Kingsman, not the Kingsman, but the hand fight off stream. And it went really, really, really well. So, I don't know. I don't want to do spoilers in case anybody's not done that one yet. But we whooped his ass. And I mean whooped him hard. So a little recap. Lantern Year 10 isn't technically over. So we came home from the spider fight, level 2 spider, and it took ages. Just because we kept getting moved around the board like crazy. Kept playing dodgems or whatever with us. So got home from that, nobody died. Then the hand came in and said he was going to take all our resources and kill some people. And our small group of people said, no thanks. Decided to challenge him in a special showdown. And we ended up tabling him in less than 4 rounds. It was impressive. I've never crit so much in my entire life. And the whole time I'm chatting because Blue Knives wasn't here, so I'm just blowing his Discord up, telling him like, "Oh my god, I just crit this! Oh my god, I just crit this!" And it was crazy. So he only got a couple good hits in, but sustained with armor. And I crit on, let's see, I pulled the hit location Gilded Codpiece or Golden Codpiece, something like that, can't remember. And crit that. And that allowed, let's see, what was it? It knocked him down, and if anybody in that turn, the rest of the turn around, hits him or wounds him, you get 20 tokens, like automatically, 20 tokens. And I did. And not only did I crit. And so I think I ended up with 26 tokens on him before he got to go in round 4. Insane. And then, of course, that flips to respect. And then I hit him again. And, I don't remember if it was a crit or not, but I wounded him enough. And so then he's just like, okay, all right, cool. You whoop me. I'll take my toys and go home. And of course, before he leaves, he gives you a parting gift, right? He gives you a wonderful parting gift. It's so thoughtful of him to bring something to the party. So let's see, I don't remember who he hit. There was only one person in the zone. And I want to say it was possibly, no, it was Sally. Yeah, it was Sally. So I hit Sally, and she crit again. It was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. So she crit on the severe injury table. So, because he gives you a -4 to boot. And so I crit. So all she did was, her intestines just happened to fall out. But on the last turn, so she got a bleed token and couldn't move for the rest of the showdown. The showdown was over. So she got the, because she survived, she got the Swordsman's Promise. Excuse me, I'm dealing with a little tickle cough. So she got the Swordsman's Promise, and then of course she aged up when we got back to the settlement, and she got Convalescer. So the Swordsman Promise Secret Fighting Art. which basically means if she has a sword in her grid, she can max up to survival limit at the start of a showdown. And Convalescer, so anytime she gains something, well, it's not something, it's specific. So when she removes bleed tokens, gains survival, or adds armor points, she increases the benefit by 1. So, and we just got the Weaver, and now she's got Swordsman's Promise. So she went from pleb to demigod in one special showdown. That is so cool. So she's going to be wearing our, let's see, our croc armor with the Weaver and some band-aids. So that should be enough to keep her alive. Let's knock on everything. Let's see. We also, oh, and at the end of the stream, we finally, it's Lantern Year 11. We now have Surge. So that's it. We did it, right? That's it. We did it.
That's it. We did it.
So
We did it.
so we finally got Surge, Lantern Year 11, and now it's still not even Lantern Year 11 yet. We haven't departed. So let's see. The original Lantern Year 10 thing, we had 3 people who couldn't go on the hunt because they had to skip the next hunt. The next hunt, not showdown, hunt. So those 3 people still can't go on the hunt for this year. But the hand did kill McCready. So Tyr McCready, our follower named survivor from the thing, he was not worth much anymore, so we pushed him in front of the hand, be like, here's one you could take and no one will care about. So McCready's gone, and the 4 that fought the hand have to go out again because they're still the only 4 that can go out. Unfortunately, one of the reactions that we had during the hand was that when we hit him, he like hamstrung us all. So all 4 of these guys are -1 movement permanently now. So they can only move 4. But our gear is better and we can surge. So let's hope we get some positive rolls today, since it's just going to be me doing all the rolling. So anyway, those 2 things, super cool. Sally is our number 1, the best girl. And a fun little thing that happened on stream on Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? Monday. Yeah, Monday. So I got my Nucleote box, and I also got another mystery box in the mail. So if you remember a couple of sessions ago, Mumford from Lantern's Reign won the drawing, and I sent him Tough Man. So guess what? He sent it back. He painted the sucker up, sent it back, said, I already got a Tough Man. I didn't really know what to do with it, so I just painted it up and sent it to you. Now, whether this is the one he already painted, or did he actually paint the new one, I don't know. I don't care. This is awesome. Super classy move from Mumford. Super class. And he had a nice little handwritten note too. So super cool. Thanks a ton, Mum. That was unexpected. It definitely made my day a lot better. Hello, Necro. What's going on, buddy? All right. So anyway, and one last thing. I swear, one last thing before we get started. I finally learned how to stitch that video from the power outage last Friday. So that's up on YouTube. And I'm not a graphics guy, so Mr. the AI helped me out with a couple things, but whatever, it works. So that's up. Go take a look at that. If you missed last week's stream, it's finally up. Yeah, it took me a while. I got 5 kids to feed. No, I don't have 5 kids, but anyway, that means I'm busy. So go check that out. Hopefully I can start adding those cool little thumbnails, using my painted minis You know, for not, I don't want to say clickbaity reasons, but for cooler looking reasons than what I had before. Anyway, all right, so we're on the road. We're departing for a level 2 spider. I thought about doing, you know, the Dragon King, but poor Alice. Poor Alice has suffered so much. I mean, the poor girl's blind in her cage, in her cocoon cage, waiting for us to show up. I mean, I figured we should bring her back. We should send her home. Send her to her home. Her bags are packed. She's ready to go. All right, let's get to it. And we're down to 6 people, 6 survivors, 3 girls, 3 boys, and pretty much all of them have their lifetime reroll spent. So the baby factory might be shut down soon. I don't know. I'm praying we get some good stuff. And oh crap, no, I don't have one last thing. I've got 2 things. Guess what we get to add to the hunt this time? Red incursion. So we made a red witch's cloak, and that's going to be on Victor from Frankenstein. So he's rolling the red cloak, and that allows us to do this special hunt. So we're going to throw this down wherever we want, and honestly, since I've never done it before, no spoilers. We're just going to throw it on the 3rd space and see what happens. We get to go elastomer farming or something. So hey, why not? New content. That's always a plus. All right, let's get it going. Let's get it going. Who's red? Red's going to go for the first one. Oh, that's Sally, our leader. What do we got? The way is shut. No, the way is narrow. The survivors walk between 2 cliffs that narrow until everyone is forced to walk single file. At some point, the survivor in front realizes the last in line has disappeared. Okay, who's the straggler? Who's straggling? Let's see. Oh, wait, Sally. All right. Sally realizes Sally is gone. Not sure how that works. All right. It doesn't necessarily, it says, it just says the survivor's in front. Okay, so it doesn't say event revealer. All right, each survivor rolls a 10. Lowest roller becomes the straggler. Remove the straggler from the rest of the hunt phase. Oh, dearie. They gain a bleed token. So they are up to... She's already up to 3 out of 6. Well, there are positives to this one. So which one's Sally? Sally's red. Give that lady a bleed. I could probably throw that up. And I could probably put it on the vertical canvas. There we go. All right, so there are good things about this. So if the survivors return to the settlement before, the straggler is dead. Otherwise, the straggler starts in the showdown knocked down adjacent to the monster. So, hey, could have somebody right there to make a first couple wounds before the showdown even really gets going. All right, next. So red is now off the board. So could be good, could be bad. Let's hope it's good. Bad vibrations. The air around the survivors suddenly feels strange. Metallic crackling becomes audible all around them. The survivors are unable to identify the source, but are certain they are being watched. The event revealer, which is Jack. He's a dull boy. Let's see, rolls a d10. The ghostly green. Oh, we'll take a 9. Usually that's a good thing, right? Maybe. If the result is even, set up the showdown with... Oh, okay. If the result is odd, move the Spidicules 1 space backwards on the hunt board. Ruh-roh, George. Ruh-roh. Well, I mean, it could have been worse, right? We could have had 2 more spiderlings at the start of the battle, which would be right next to Sally, so it could be worse. All right. Boom. Let's do it. New content. I've never done this before. Has anybody done this one before? The Red Witch's Incursion. Red Incursion, which is Podge. Point cut. Oh, that's Red Canyon. Red Incursion. Well, it's a double pager. That is a lot. So this looks very similar to like mining. Put this back in the box. All right, nominate a survivor wearing a red cloak. Oh, gee, I wonder who that'll be. They only got one. The cloak wearer steps apart from the others. The remaining survivors cautiously back away. So they're basically experimenting with this cloak. They're like, what's it do? Poke it with a stick. So bracing for the unexpected. Suddenly the cloak becomes heavy, reeking of iron and pungent salt. The cloak wearer's anxiety stirs in their bowels. Meekly, they drape the cloak across their shoulders. Its warm lining membrane adheres instantly. Probing, rippling follicles emerge, prying at the particles of the survivor's being. Quickly, the lining sets to work, dissolving their structure. The pain reaches their brain in the instant before their substance is devoured. That doesn't sound that good to me. The cloak wearer experiences long-range transmogrification. Okay, if the cloak wearer has a complete black and red armor set, they add 3 to the result. No. If they have Song of the Brave, we don't. So now it's just, let's see. And if we have storytelling, we don't. So we don't have either of those. So long-range transmogrification. Roll a d10. Oh, do we want... oh, whatever, we'll find out whether we want it or not. Let's go. Let's explore. Let's transmogrify. Holy cow. I mean, we're rolling high. Let's hope it's good. Let's hope it's good. A 9. The cloak wearer up here. I'm not even going to read. I'm not even going to look. I'm not even going to look. The other one's on this page. I'm just going to read number 9. So that was 6 through 12. So the cloak wearer appears in midair above a pit. They plummet toward an expanse of lush crimson fabric pooling on the ground, only to land with a bone-crunching horror atop a crumbling mass of red-cloaked corpses in varying degrees of fragrant decay. Fragrant decay. Those two words I don't hear often together. Stumbling and spluttering, they reel, unable to comprehend the number of hapless initiates gathered at the entrance. So now we get to read Elastomer Minds. So that's good. Step 1. Accomplished. Elastomer Minds. So real cool art with initiates looking at, oh, look like vials of elastomer or something. Oh, she's harvesting it from like a teat of something, like in filling a bottle. All right, oh, so we just go straight to it. The red cloak wearer begins at the corpse pit. Roll a d10. Is something wrong with my dice? I like this die. I like this die. That's a 9. So 6 plus. You stumble, sending a masked skull skipping over heaps of the dead. A wry laugh echoes through the empty bone. Gain 1 red thread and +1 understanding. You may descend into the mine's fossilized nest or grimy refinery. I assume it's grimy, not grimmy. Grimmy refinery. All right, well. So 1 red thread. Well, we need those. All right, so fossilized nest or the refinery. Sheesh. Any of these bad? So the fossilized nest is first on the list, then the refinery's second. Let's see. We need black resin. Right, we need that stuff. Apparently, if we roll high enough at the fossilized nest, we can go to the refinery. But maybe jumping straight to the refinery is better? I don't know. What do you think? I think we should do the fossilized nest first, right? I don't know. Let's see. So we can get bleed tokens and minus accuracy tokens. Alright, I think I'm going to go to the Grim Refinery first. I'm just going to do that one. We're just going to go straight to it. Although that means we can possibly not get as many resins. Oh man. First time and stuff. So this is Victor. Do you have a reroll? He does have a lifetime reroll. So if stuff goes really horribly wrong. So, alright, fossilized nest. You've convinced me. An 8! Okay. And that's what we need to move on. So we got, you find yourself scaling a wall of woven sinew. Reaching in between the threads, you gather one black resin. You may drop into an empty passage echoing with chanting, the walls vibrating with droning voices. You may proceed to the grimy refinery. So we get one black resin. One black resin. I actually don't even know what this looks like. Oh, there it goes, right on top. Boom. Black resin. It's elastomer. That's all it says. Just keyword elastomer. And then red hide, or red thread is a hide. It just stretches endlessly. Alright, so we're going to the refinery. A 3. I knew the good rolls couldn't last forever here. So let's see how bad it is. Blinded, sheathed initiates perform a delicate work dance, plucking impurities from a slow-falling stream of black resin. You flicker into the falls, swallowed by the ponderous resin. If you are wearing armor at the head hit location with the resin keyword, you escape. Roll in refinery again, adding +3. Well, it just so happens he has no armor on the head, so let's see what happens. Otherwise, the resin coats your head, congealing instantly. You gain the deprivation skin suit rare gear and flash out of the mines, ending this event. The deprivation skin suit. I heard gimp suit, but we'll see what that is. Man, it could be good. We don't know. I don't know. Could be good. So that is. Actually, I don't know, where did I put all my Red Witch stuff? Actually, don't know where did I put my Misk. Yep. Oh, was it rare gear? Yeah, I have no idea what this looks like. Okay, there we go. Got one. Alright, you and I are seeing this for the first time. Deprivation skin suit. It's cursed. -10 evasion. Just gonna sit there and take it, huh? Do not gain bleed tokens from red cloak. Okay, okay. See good and bad. Good philosophy. Alright, when you are knocked down, roll a d10. On a 3+, you bounce up and stand. Okay, and of course that's a green one. It's just... Ooh. too see-through because of the green screen thing. Okay, that's not bad, right? I mean, minus 10 evasion. So he's gonna have to dip, dive, dodge, duck, and dodge. And potentially block or deflect in order to negate hits. So the annoying thing is this, I have to replace something. And it's going to be my cloth. Boring old original OG cloth. Bye-bye. 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 Alright, so that's if I have any green on a 3+, I bounce back up. That's really actually quite nice. So I do have a green synergy. I don't have to worry about the bleed token at the start of my act anymore. That seems really stinking cool. I will have you and I together. We're gonna have to come up with really cool and unique ways to use that for posterity. Well, that certainly was eventful. I'm a big fan of that one. I didn't see anything that said, you roll a 1, you die. So that's a win. So let's move on. So that was, let's say that was blue. It's a regular. 10 are the 10s. 40. Trying to think what I would pair them with. I have to do it with a shield, right? A shield and potentially some kind of deflect something or other. Something. Or something that negates hits, or I don't know. You could put the silk suit on that reduces damage, so you can mitigate some that way. Oh, interesting. Probably some of you out there were already like, 40, I know what that is. I know what that is. Well, that's the dream. So, the event revealer dreams of the upcoming hunt. They stand between the great beast, weapon ready, but it strikes them down. If the event revealer has 3+ courage, who's green? None of my guys have any courage or understanding. Oh, right. Victor got an understanding in it. I forgot. So no courage, and if any survivor has the twilight, oh sorry, or any survivor is the savior, nope. The event revealer is emboldened. Otherwise, the dream merely rattling suffer 1 brain event damage. So that's Jack, green, takes an insanity. Easy peasy. Give these back to Jack. White is Victor. Oh, what is going on? Victor's having a day. Guess what we got? Baby and the sword. I'm not sure what I want to do with this one. I really could use a baby. I could use a baby. So the survivors find a woman's corpse riddled with arrows. The body rests in the center of a pattern drawn in blood. A screaming infant in one hand and a sword in the other. As the survivors approach, a massive worm bursts from the ground, blocking their way. The survivors may grab and dash. So, I really stinking hate Harvester. Look, I don't think I have any noisy though, right? That's because that's the key word we hate. Noisy, noisy, noisy. So Jack has the rawhide drums. So he noisy. I think everybody else is good. But I don't remember if it triggers if anyone or just the noisy or what. I don't remember and I don't want to know. So we could roll a 1 or 2 and get Harvester, which sucks. We could get 3 to 6 so we can get either the Sword of Silence or a baby. But where the hell is he gonna put it? Now I will note that it doesn't say the event revealer has to do it. It's just grab and dash. So I could possibly put the baby on anybody's gear grid, is the way I play that. And I've got some people with some garbage that I can get rid of. Or 7, remove the card from the hunt event permanently. The survivors madly dash past the room. Each survivor gains a random disorder. The group gains 1 newborn and the Sword of Silence rare gear, then trigger the Harvester event. So I really kind of just don't want to do this. I think I just am going to choose not to. Now watch me roll the stinking Harvester event. I really like that sword, and I could really use a baby. Should I cheat a little bit? Should I cheat? Should I cheat? If it's just one person that has to take it, I'm pretty sure it's anybody. Yeah. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're just gonna roll on the regular hunt table. Sorry, baby. You're worm food. A baby's worm food. There's nothing I can do about that. Sorry, baby. Let's look around. Is this anybody's baby? Alright. We got 4. Famine. Poor baby. Sorry, baby. The path ahead is arid and dead. You may have survivors gain 1 courage and press on. Otherwise, roll again on the hunt table before moving on. If you press on, your stomachs grumble in the dark as you stumble forward. The survivors pool their supplies. The event revealer rolls a d10 and adds +2 to their roll for each consumable they have. Now we have quite a few. So we've got, this is for each one. So we've got finger darts, monster grease. What do we got? Monster grease. We've got fish of abundance. And anything on this guy? I don't think so. No consumable. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would give us an extra 8. Which we would logically manage to stave off the terrible hunger. So let's go ahead and roll that, because I could really use some stinking courage. Our courage is quite awful right now in the settlement. We don't have fighting arts or proficiencies, weapon proficiencies. We don't have understanding. We don't have courage. It's really bad. 2. 2 plus 8 is enough. Then there's nothing else. It just says you eat your stuff. Now, thankfully, it doesn't say you consume them and now they're gone. That'd be bad. All right. Oh, I was gonna have Red go again, but she's now next to the spider. Surrounded. Oh, okay. So technically, oh no, wait. Sally didn't have any consumables. She did not factor in, so we're good. All right. I don't have to double check that. Surrounded, the survivors stop in a clearing and bed down for the night. They are tormented in the darkness by small, spindly shapes lurking just outside their field of vision. My wife would probably die. She would probably die of horror. The survivor with the highest hunt XP is suddenly grabbed at the legs by an angry spider. Is anybody? Oh, Damien has 2 hunt XP. And and Sally's not there. She's not in the room. Each of the other survivors rolls a 10. Now this is the crappy part, because I only have 2 other people there. Oh boy. So if the total result is 18, they manage to do it. Otherwise, grab survivor suffers a random severe leg injury with +1 to the roll. Alright. Alright. You want to play hardball, huh? 14 is not 18. So, man, that would have been nice. So, all right, Damien, 5. I swear if that's bye-bye leg, I'm gonna... Okay, I am okay with this. It's hamstrung. No abilities or fighting arts. Gain a bleed. So blue gains a bleed. All right, where is blue? There it is. Blue gains a bleed. And I don't think this... Okay, so he has Invigorator, which is if no insanity, he gets an accuracy and speed. But he also has Phobophobia, so I don't want him to ever be without insanity. Because then he gets guardless. Okay, so that one wasn't too bad. I'm okay with that. And now we come to the forest wants what it wants. So instead of overwhelming darkness with the spider, we get a special one. The forest wants what it wants. We roll a die. 7. I'm okay with that. Because I just need 1. So if I roll a 1 to 7, the survivors find themselves someplace dark, and we do starvation, and the hunt ends. Right? But all I have to do is take one -1 attribute token, and I can get an 8. I bump it up to an 8, which says the gates swing open, everybody gets a bleed token, and that's it. Alright. I do not think it's worth me pushing to 13, which everybody gets a bunch of insanity and +1 understanding. So one of you guys is going to get a -1 token. And sure as shit ain't going to be a movement token. Oh my gosh. Our choices are accuracy, evasion, nope, strength, speed, nope, damage, no. Can I get a -1 damage down? I don't think I can. I think that's for the monster. Same with toughness tokens. A luck token. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a -1 accuracy token on Damien. Because he's hitting currently on 2s or better. So I feel like I can bump that up to 3s or better and be okie dokie. I'll take this moment to remind everybody, motivation to unlurk. If you follow the channel and you comment today during the stream, like nowish, you can get yourself in on the drawing at the end. So I've got 15 items I think remain. They're either Gambler's Chest narrative minis, they're white boxes, brown boxes, and I think I have one. I'll wait till Black Friday to release the other one. The other guy hasn't replied at all. So right now I only have one art print, the Pariah art print. So from Gen Con, which was only available in the goodie bags. So I've got some things for everybody for your patronage, so to speak. You're following, showing how much you appreciate me. So again, go to YouTube, watch videos, subscribe there, click bells, whistles, you know, things, thumbs, whatever. Here. And help a brother out. So, and then Prime, maybe everybody gets like 1 or 2 or 3 free Prime subs. Pass one over this way if you think I'm doing a good job. I appreciate it. All right, so he's going to take that -1. We get to 8. Everybody gets a bleed. Oh, that's starting to tick up. However, I'm not going to give it to Sally. She's not in the room. Victor is up to 2. Jack has got 1. And now Damien has 1. Apparently Damien has 2. Did I not remember something? Yeah, we'll give him 2. We'll figure it out. All right, then we continue on. So no overwhelming darkness. Just got to get through the gates. Who's blue? Blue's Damien. Wait. Oh dear. So, object of desire. So here's the lonely tree hunt card. The survivors see a tree in the distance, reaching up from the horizon like a desperate, gnarled hand. Players may nominate a survivor with 3+ courage to investigate. I think the only person with 3 courage is Sally. So I don't think we get to do this. Yeah. I don't think we get to do that. Oh, shoot. Did I forget to... I forgot to give everybody a courage from the famine, from sticking to it and having all the willpower to keep moving on. Sally, you don't get it. You're not in the room. So yeah, I don't think I even get to do this. If they do, add the Lonely Tree terrain card to the showdown. Yep, so can't do it. Regular roll. Now we had the Lonely Tree last fight against the spider, and it was on there as a randomly pulled terrain element. And we were successful, which means we got the whatever fruit? Super fruit? Once I can find my sheet. We got the lonely fruit? Yeah, the lonely fruit. So that allows us to do the special showdown for the lonely tree whenever we want. We just consume the fruit or use the fruit, and we set up a lonely tree showdown. Didn't want to do it last time because we already had the hand showdown, so a special showdown. So we'll save that for when we want to do it. So we don't need to do it. We can't, but whatever. So regular whites are 10s. 99. If you recall, year 1, Lantern year 1 on the hunt, we pulled the Hundy and got to do the finale. Of course, nobody had any courage, nobody had anything, so we just walked away. Portcullis. We don't have the key, so nothing's going to happen here. Survivors approach a massive portcullis standing in the darkness. It's not attached to anything and does not bar their way. They may choose to walk around it. If they do, roll again. If the settlement has a portcullis key, they may erase it from the settlement and do the thing. But we gotta walk around. Who put a gate here in the middle of the freaking forest? Alright, let's see. Chanteon. We got Strange Path. It says, the survivors stop at the head of a path. Small lanterns twinkle, marking its edges. The event revealer decides whether or not the survivors follow the path. If the event revealer is insane, I think everybody's insane because we got Weird Dream that gave everybody +3 when we depart. So everybody's insane. If everybody's insane, or the revealer's insane, they must. The survivors follow the path. The path. The event revealer gains an understanding. Oh my goodness. People are learning things. All right, what do happen? It rolls a d10. Oh, 4s usually aren't that great. And add their understanding. It's a 5. Actually, that does jump us up. The path twists and turns dizzyingly into the dark. All survivors suffer 1 brain event damage, and the event revealer rolls again, adding +2. So everybody loses an insanity. Worse things have happened. That's why it's there, right? I've got quite a bit. Oh, I just made Sally lose insanity. She's not in the room. My gosh. All right, now I get to roll again at +2. So now I'm at +3 total. All right, how about a 13? The path leads to the beast you are hunting. The survivors ambush the monster. Okay. Let's see. If any survivor has the honorable disorder, which I don't, they realize the folly of their ways and may remove the disorder. That's awesome. I hate honorable. If any survivor remains honorable, they announce their presence to the monster. The monster ambushes them instead. Why would you do that? I don't know. Maybe there's something in the Stars campaign where you need honorable for a checkbox. I don't think so. I don't remember seeing that in my Stars campaign. All right, hey, we ambush. So that was eventful. What did you guys think of that hunt? I mean, we got Fade's event. We got... Oh, and look at that. We got Percival's event as well. Yes, we did, brah. And it was a story to tell. So, I was talking to PhD on Monday. He was kind enough to jump in on my painting building stream. I had my hand fight, and I did it off camera, of course. And I tabled him at the beginning of turn 4. I crit on Gilded Codpiece, crit him again. So I think in the fight I had 6 total crits. I ended up with 3 broken lanterns. Of course, I could only have 2, so I only got 2 out of the 3 from crits. And and then of course I rolled a 1 at the reward section, but whatever. But crit and crit and crit and crit, and then crit the severe injury roll. So the person who got hit on the chest only had to pick their guts up and walk home with the group. It was awesome. Then she aged up and got convalescer, so sword, and then we got the Weaver on the hunt. So I'm hoping that combination works really well. Praying for that. So convalescer, Weaver, and sword promise. So goody gumdrops. You know she's gonna die immediately, right? The way this settlement's been going. It happens. Alright, so now we're setting up for a level 2 spider. And we get... Yeah, I did the special showdown, because we have... Our problem is we have a plethora of resources. A plethora of resources. And no endeavors to build settlement locations. And no endeavors to build anything. So we basically can never build anything. And we have iron and a metric shit ton of perfect resources and all kinds of good stuff. Like we were one silk shy of bodysuit and things like that, and we just couldn't let him come in and destroy everything. And it worked out perfectly. And he killed the one dude. No, not in this one. I find that one for the same reason I chose not to do Ark Survivors. There's just a lot going on, managing wise. And just for my sanity, not doing that. We're doing a butcher and Millennium Butcher. And let's see, who else was I going to do special? Like Red Witches. I can't even remember. Didn't do Pariah, of course. You know, Spidey, Croc. What's like Dragon King, King, and yeah, that's it. So regular People of the Lantern. Let's see, 5 away from a board edge. That works. Mostly just threw a bunch of stuff together because Blue Knives hasn't experienced a lot of them. So I know he's been coming over and participating. So I thought I'd give him some love and show him some stuff. You know, why not? In my placement of resources or terrain, there's no logic, there's no rhyme, there's zero reason to why or where I put things. I try to make it slightly randomized so that, you know, I'm not playing the same fight over and over and over again. That no fun. All right, so as per required setup, feeding time. We got the mood that after spiderling damage, the victim gets grabbed and pulled towards the monster, right? Towards? No, away from Spidicules. So you're getting pulled away. And we got, I think our last fight, three of our last cards were in the AI deck were moods. So we basically were just basic attacking and then mood, basic attacking and mood, basic attacking and mood. So the fight was fine. We just kept getting pulled. Oh, the moods were grab, full move, and I can't remember what the other one was. Extra damage. So we just kept getting pulled away, and everybody was moving all over the board. And we couldn't catch up with her. So I'm hoping we don't get thinking bleeds this time, bleed moods, because we're bleeding already quite heavily if you see the overlay. The other thing is, let's see, okay, so we got the deprivation suit in the elastomer mines, so we aren't getting that bleed. What else is something we had to worry about? I cannot remember. Oh, right, so Sally is knocked down adjacent. What else? What else am I missing? Let's see, we got Hive Mind, so at the start of each monster turn it spawns. Switching leg pile, spiderling action. I thought there was one other thing. What am I missing? Switching leg pile spawn, spiderling action, hive mind, feeding time. Yeah, that's everything. Oh, and we have our, who's got it? Silk Whip. So if Victor does a perfect hit, I get to archive a mood in play. And that's archive. So that's not discard. Archive and discard are two different things, unless that's been patched or whatever. I don't know if this is a 1.6 spider, or if I have a 1.3 spider or whatever, but I'm playing it as it's red, dang it. So that could be able to get rid of some moods in play. I would love to archive moods. But let's see, on arrival, Fish of Abundance. On arrival, Rawhide Drum. Everybody gains an insanity, and that's everybody. Sally's here. Is there anything else I'm missing about arrivals? I don't think so. I mean, my characters, my survivors are not complicated because we can't get anybody that has more than 3 XP to stay alive. It's just with murder and whatnot. It's awful. I hate it. Oh, +1 strength token on arrival. From aging up. Alright. Black lichen. Alright. Good. So, no changes there. Alright, guys. I've got a notice that says one of those ads starts in a minute. So, yeah, I appreciate that, bro. Hey, they call me 5 XP for a reason. Because I don't do it on purpose, but I don't know, there's like a rule part of my brain. It goes away. And I forget sometimes very important things. So, again, it's not on purpose. Not on purpose. But anyway, ads are coming up. I'm going to go ahead and, since we're just about to start, I'm going to hit that ad button, get something going so we have a whole hour of no ads. So go get yourself a drink, bio break, do some push-ups, some sit-ups, jumping jacks or something, get the blood pumping, and I'll see you in just a few. Yeah, but so that's just a general 1.6 kind of thing, but as far as I know, the spider level 2 still does not give 2 XP. As far as I'm aware. As far as I am aware. All right. So, starting the fight. Well, let's see. Let's put some people's. Who's got the bows and stuff? Victor's got all those ranged weapons. Let's put him over by the stone face so we can start getting that going. All right. This might be a bit challenging with having everybody be -1 movement from the hand, hamstringing everybody. We'll make it. We'll make it. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is Jack is gonna play Immigrant Song on his rawhide drum and get Sally up. You know, the first thing, starting the fight, going into the spider's nest, playing Immigrant Song. Intimidation, factor 9. Well, if the spider is one of your favorites, you're missing out. But if he's not one of your favorites, you can enjoy it here on my table. All right. So encouraging. Jack is spending. Oh wait, who got max survival? That was Sally's already at max. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we're good. Oh, and Jack's rawhiding it. Sounds so dirty when I say it like that. So he's not gonna get it back. So he's down to 6. Boom. All right. Sally, take advantage. Sally's gonna go smack him up. She's rolling 3 for the Weaver, hitting on 6, 5, 4, and she's not in the blind spot. Hitting on 4s. Well, 4, 9, and 8. We got a bunch of legs, 2 legs and a segmented jaw. So the only problem I have with the Weaver is it's really low strength. So Weaver has 2 strength. So I threw on the crocodile eyes. So she's getting 2 for that. Nothing is revealed. And she's got 1 and 8, so 3. So we're up to 5. Plus the 1 strength she got from age, so we're at 6. Level 2 spider, hitting on toughness 10. Alright, so let's see. Do I want to deal with this one? If you hit with the spear, if I wound, full move, well, let's not do that then. So let's go after a leg, shall we? I don't think she has any luck, but it doesn't matter because they're not critable anyway. So that's a wound. And let's put that under twitching leg pile. Actually, I'm just not even going to bother with that. Just going to use a die. 1 on twitching leg pile. Monster takes a wound. And Weaver. Sally gets 2 to the hand. Yep, that you heard me right. That's 2 armor to the hands. Wise one strain. Which one's that? Do I have that one? Or do I already? I might already have that one. Which one is that one? I was just looking at them earlier, at least the ones that I have bothered to pick up. Wise one, wise one. Negatory. Oh. Really, brah? It's not in the room. Alright. So that was one. She hasn't moved. And she's at 3 bleed. No, I really want to survive. So I'm gonna have her use a survival to... Oh man. Do I surge to get armor? Game over with a spooter in your settlement. So that's with the legless ball, you mean? Or just as a quarry? All right. Let's see. I'm deliberating whether I use the crocodile armor set to get 3 armor everywhere before I remove the bleed. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and take that chance. So she's gonna surge to get 3 armor everywhere. So she's gonna be a beefcake baby. Oh my goodness. I gotta keep you alive, girl. Ruh-roh. So she's at pretty much 5 everywhere. Oh, she better survive, dang it. She's the only good survivor we've got. Alright. How far away is the Crimson Bow? It's a 5er. I can't make it. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't make it even onto the giant stone face this round. So he's just gonna hang out. Let's see. Let's try to get that acanthus, shall we? 2. Not quite gonna do it. So 1 arm damage. Oh, come on now. So who is that? That's Damien. Damien with an arm damage, because he can't figure out how to... He's never been weeding in the garden before. Let's see. I am going to move. I'm gonna dash and then smack him. So let's see. Do I keep my survival on that dash? Do I keep it on the... Yes, okay. I keep it on the surge. So Damien's down to 6. And we're rolling just 1. Oh my gosh, hey, whoa, 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 whoa. Now you rolled a 3, which is good enough to hit, but somebody got a bit overzealous. We haven't even finished Stinking Sally's attack yet. Like, come on, Kevin. That's a Bob Saget.
Oh, Bob Saget!
Alright, so this is on the other leg. 4 plus 6 is 10. That's a wound. So that's... And another leg pile. And we got this one. Man, again, if I had any luck, which Sally does not, that would have been a nice crit. So that's a wound on the monster. We gotta pull the air cards for all 3. Wound. Bizarre call. Full move. This move all spiderlings toward the attacker. There aren't any yet, because it's not your turn, because you got ambushed, bitch! Full move the spider away from all threats. Cancel all hits now. Out of range. We don't care. Alright, but we're moving. That's probably going to change what I do with you. Alright, let's move you all the way out, Ski. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And turn and face. Did it say turn and face? No, it did not say turn and face, though. It won't matter, because I can't reach that anyway. Alright, actually what it will do is, so instead of moving and attacking with Damien, I'll move and activate that silk. That's what we're gonna do. Well, I don't know if that's gonna be good enough to prevent a spider from popping, right? So egg sacs are a fun animal. So we use our activation to pick at the egg sac, poke at it with the stick. So we always grab web silk from it. And then we roll. So I've attracted unwanted attention to yourself. Gain the priority target token. Well, I'm okay with that. Bring that monster back down this way, please. Not bad. Right? Famous last words. And what have we got for green? Jack, what you doing? Jack is our tank, I guess, this time. He's got a spear with no proficiency, of course, because that would mean you have to actually go on hunts and hit things. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just to be in the area where the spider's coming in. Alright. And... well, I forgot to hand out the monster controller, but I'll just leave it in front of Sally. Alright, I think that's all I can do, or want to do, on my ambush. Hey, we got 3. Not bad. Not bad. Sally gets her a checkbox if she survives. Weapon prof. Well, that's also not bad. So, bad guy turn. Oh, first things first. Let's spawn. Right there. And we got jumping spiders. So, all the A level cards for Spider are moods that cycle through for all his little spiderling minions. So this one, so when it comes into play, basic action, while this is in play, all the little guys get +4 movement. So mood comes in, replaces the old mood. He's a moody bitch. And then spiders normally get 4 movement. So now they get 8. Of course, this replaces the grab, so they don't grab 8, they just move 8, which means they can get to you faster wherever they do spawn. Alright, but first, basic action for the spider is move. Let's see, but he's going after Damien, prio target. So, I don't know, can he even get there? There's a pin seal. So... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? Yeah, okay. So, yeah, so movement for the spider is 14. Then you chop off its legs, right? Movement's 14, yep. Then you chop off its legs and it takes a -1 movement for each leg that you have chopped off. Alright, so It rolls 3 dice. Right, 3? 3, sir. Yeah, it's 2 speed, but it's a plus, it's a level 2, so it gets an extra speed. Hitting on 2s or better. Let's see. Who is this? This is Damien. He's got 3 evasion, so we're hitting on 5s or better. That is 2 hits. 2 hits. Head and chest. I'm going to spend a dodge. Let's see if I get it back. I do not. That's again the rawhide set bonus. So down to 5 for Damien. And 2 hits to the body. So he's at 0 on the body now. Any after effects? I don't think so. That's a level 3. Level 3 has bleed on the after effects. That's a nasty one. Seriously, this is you think Croc is a nasty bleeder outer? This guy is a nasty bleeder outer. Like if you're fighting a level 3 and he gets the bleed mood on top of the bleed trait, those spiders, if you don't mitigate it, if you don't kill those little guys, it's over so fast. So just make sure you're taking care of those little guys. All right, so no prio, no mo. And now it's Spiderling turn. We've got 1 over there by Sally. They are rolling 2, hitting on 4, 5s, hitting on 5s. Okay, 2. Chest and hands. Oh, gee, I don't know. Should I take it? I don't know, with 8 armor everywhere? Yeah, I think I'm just going to keep my survival and let that go. So that's... Because, yeah, at this point, it's only 1 damage. Four and 7, respectively, now. She doesn't even notice. Oh, because I plan on just surging like crazy. At least, yeah, my plan. All right, that was it. That was an easy first round. Now, I will also state that spiderlings, like we went over last time, are considered monsters. Right there, black and white in the book. And so, we don't get weapon prof, but if you wound a monster with that weaver, it still gives armor. You can find some rules that say otherwise. But by George, on my table, they monsters. All right, who goes first this round, guys? Do we want to get rid of that spider? Remember, the monster is over here. And I'll say it again, this spider, the whole theme about this guy is that he's so fast. This brood mother is so fast that it's just vibrating constantly. So if you watch anime or cartoons, they have the little vibration lines because the thing's just going so fast you can't follow it, you can't track it. So thematically, Bra talked about it just the other day on his video. Yes, I watch your videos. It's a diorama piece, centerpiece, and I use this little guy because I haven't come up with anything better to show where its actual location is on my map. So right now, it's right there. So I think I'll have Damien go. Well, with his giant blue dome buster mace. And I'm tempted to just move underneath it. Yeah, let's go ahead and move underneath it. Let's get that +1. Now, it's only a 1. Did I just say it's only 1? All right, well, that was a miss. So let's roll to see if he keeps his survival on this. No, he does not. Alright, so he's down to 4 survival. Because he's surging. Damien, you're disappointing me right now. You're disappointing me. I am full of disappoint. That's better. Alright, that's a hit. That's better. Alright, so auxiliary eyes. If you wound with a spear, it's not a spear, go crush it, don't go pierce. Alright, so of course. Oh, okay, it's adjacent. It's not just blind spot. He would have been crushed anyway if he hadn't moved. Well, let's just... Oh, yeah, I did it. I did it. I'm sorry. I said crit up here. I did. Holy cow! How cheap are those viewers? Alright, 6. 6 plus 12 plus 2. Let's see, do I have any other bonuses? So he's got an 8 too. That is a 20. Dome Buster, let's read that. Surpass 5. When you successfully wound attempt, total surpasses the monster's toughness by 5 or more, he suffers an additional wound. 1, 2. He finally do what he's supposed to do. Alright. Please don't go to that webpage that he's listing for cheap viewers. Let's just get rid of this guy. Wait, unban him. No, I don't want to unban him. Alright. So monster's down to 9. Unfortunately, we get a reaction. So, and I can't dodge because I am the attacker. So, he plunges to the ground with surprising speed. All survivors adjacent to the monster, including those in the blind spot, suffer bash and knockback 5 and perform spawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I want to go that? No, wait. Wait a moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 puts me next to a spider egg. Now, yeah, he's got nothing for bounce back. And of course, bash means knocked down, and knocked back is you're set flying. All right, perform spawn. It doesn't say where specifically, so spawn is normally next to the spider nest, adjacent to the nearest survivor. So, right there. All right, that was just Damien. I'm feeling that, let's see, we're going to have Jack go after that spiderling that just spawned. With his amber poleaxe, hitting on 6, 5. 5. 5s are better. That is 1 hit. And he might need some help here. So the axe has 3, he's got 2. So 5s are better. 5-eye spider. That keeps things down. Now, I think... Yeah. Let's get in that blind spot, shall we? So moving. And now he's going to spend that survival. Is he? Is he going to spend the survival? He's not going to spend the survival. Well, I mean, he is. He just gets it back. And now we're going for a wound on the spider. Rolling 2s. Hitting on 6, 5, 4s, because we're in the blind spot. Man. Hey, the dice are rolling. It works. 2 critical locations. Let's see, we got a failure, basic action, and a reflex full move. So let's go after the segmented ears first. And we have a spear. No, yes, we have a spear. It's a spear and an axe, right? Yes, a spear and an axe. So +3 strength here. That helps. Because that still hits. Alright, so that's a wound. Let's make it on the app. So it's not a failure, but it's not anything special. So get out. Same thing with this. No bonus this time. And it's going to move no matter what. Oh, that hurts. Well, not done. He hit. He'll get a weapon prof for spear after this for sure. If he survives. All right. Now it was reflex, full move from all threats, and all spiderlings move towards him. And all spiderlings have a ton of movement. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So spider goes there. And he's moving. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I'm that old. I do not apologize. That does make it difficult, but it allows us to harvest. That's the important bit for me. So if I can get the silk, I think if I just get one more silk, I can make a bodysuit because we've got everything else in storage. I really would like to make a bodysuit. I'm trying to think what else I want. Oh, the guitars. Those guitars are pretty nice. I've got one of them already, so if I can get another scrap guitar, going out with 2s. 2 of them, that'd be nice. Let's see. So that was green. We got white and red. So let's just have Sword Lady come over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a swing. Hitting on 6, 5, 4s or better. 5, 9, and 2. So 2 attempts. I don't know, is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, okay, that's 11. So Spiderling gone. Not doing so bad right now. I'm jinxing the crap out of things, guys. I don't know why you're letting me do that. That was red. I'm not sure if I really want to. And blue's already gone. Honestly, I think I am going to use survival on Sally to encourage. No, Jack is going to use survival. Encourage. Or is he, right? Because he's rawhide. Rawhiding it. No, he's not. So I'm going to have Damien stand up. Just so he's up. All right. That's everybody. Bad guy turn. Spawn. Oh, it's the witching hour. The birthing hour. Target closest threat facing in range. Oh, I mean, technically, I don't think it said turn and face. So there's nothing facing. Random survivor in range. So you. And not you. So red or green? Lois gets it. Green. I like that. He's my tank. So that is a 3 speed hitting on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7s are better. 6, 7s are better. Yeah, 7s are better. Of course he rolls a lantern and a 9. 1, 7s are better. All right, Jack, what are you doing? He's got 2 everywhere. The damage is actually 3. I think we're gonna have to dodge that head, aren't we? Alright, so dodging. Do I get it back? Yes, I do. So taking 3 to the chest. No, sir, I don't like it. Jack's taken 1, 2, and he's a light injury. Now, after damage, form spawn. It's gonna be right here. Now we have a flow, so I could surge with Sally to hit one of those guys. Full move forward, then turn to face the most survivors. And place this card on top of the AI deck. Oh, I already surged with my spear guy, did I not? No, I did not. I did not surge because he ran away. So I want to... Actually, the flow is here. It wouldn't discard this anyway. So I'll just let it happen. Because now that it's back on now it's on the top of the deck, now I want to do something about it. But it's full move away though, right? Full move forward. Forward, okay. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm not saying it, damn it. You can't make me. All you damn kids watching. I refuse. I refuse. Alright. And then it was a Vat. Then place this card on top. Yep. Is anybody close enough? I think poor Damien might have to dash to get over there because he's a slow ass mofo. Well, they all are. They're all gimped by the hand. All right. Yeah, Damien's gonna go. I want to get rid of this stinking breeding. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, he doesn't need to dash because it's adjacent to this guy. All right. Yeah, you guys got awfully quiet out there. Did I say something wrong? All right, here we go. Come on the table, please. Oh, no, 3s are working because he's at -1 but +2. We're good with that. So that's enough. And we are rolling on a leg. Rolling on a leg. Oh, let's see. 6 + 12 + 2 is definitely enough to do 2 wounds. So we get rid of that stupid spawn card and another card. Now I think I'm gonna go ahead and that's on Twitch. That's a twitching leg, so he's down to 3. Or no, he's down to 5 legs back. Yeah, so Blue Knife said his is getting delivered today. Is that not one of the sexiest models? God bless America, that looks amazing, doesn't it? As Bloom, yeah. Sexy rides into town. All right. Yeah, that model is flipping gorgeous. I cannot wait to paint that thing. All right. Let's get back to it. So he rolled to hit. Now we're rolling to see if he spends his... Nope, he doesn't. So he's surging for free. Rolling again. 6 to hit. That's a hit. Man, all them legs. 8 plus 12 plus 2. I think that hits. Does that hit? Alright, that's half his legs. Yeah, that's another 2 wounds. Oops. There we go. Quickly tapping on my phone makes it so that the app just shrinks down. Let's see. Who's next? This guy's going down faster than I expected, so I might need to harvest some. So white is going over to the egg sac. You didn't see that. Ah, fine. Alright, 1 on an egg sac. So, I'm like, oh, look at this, some silk. Shkamash. So, let's see. Your weapon is snagged. You pull it free but are knocked down. Oh, we get to do it. We get to do the thing. We get to do a thing. A thing is cool. So, when you are knocked down, roll a d10. On 3+, you bounce right back up. It was a 9. This poor guy. He looks around to see if anybody saw him fall. Trips and falls, bounces back up. Nothing to see here. Alright. However, that creates a spiderling no matter what. And I think I'm gonna have him surge to smack that spider. So it's Victor is surging. And he's gonna use his new silk whip. Yeah, boing. 2 and a 3 is not likely. So 6s, 5s, yeah, that's a big fat miss. Or you could do like a River Phoenix bullwhip scene from Last Crusade when he first grabs a whip. That's his first time using a whip. Like, ow! Just hit himself. No, I think we need to get rid of some spiders. So Sally, let's hit some spiders in the face, shall we? Oh, it's 3 dice. 3 dice going for the orange band. Oh, that's 2 hits. Yeah, 2 hits. 9 is definitely enough. Bye-bye, orangey. That's 2 to the legs. This is so fun. A little mini game. How much armor can Sally end up with at the end of the thing? All right, she's gonna surge. She's gonna go after that other spider. Ah, that's 3 hits. Dang. Oh, what do we have? +6? Yeah, so that's 11. Definitely a hit. So that spider goes away as well. And yeah, that's another. That's to the head. Wonder what this would look like. What would we be seeing happen? Would it just be like silk? Or the little spiders that are in the handle of the weaver? Or I think that's what it says. Are just crawling all over your body, weaving a cocoon of armor. Again, that's one way to send my wife into the hills screaming. Hey babe, hold this. Alright. So, honestly, that's her turn. She done. And we got green. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's have him go over and get that other silk. Oh, we got a lantern! We got a lantern on an egg sac. A+, the spiderling that emerges is a deformed mess. Alright, so it dies, so we don't actually get any bad stuff from that. We still get the silk, and that's awesome. Who is that? That is Jack. And what's it say? It says, remove it from the showdown board and gain 2 insanity. I don't think we need much more insanity on these guys. So that puts Victor up to 7. No, not Victor. Whoops. That's Jack. Puts Jack up to 6 insanity. What's up, Blue? Did you get your package? Did your package get delivered? Are you here to boast and gloat that you live in basically the same neighborhood as me, but you seem to get all your KDM stuff before me? That's some bullshit. I have not gotten a out for delivery notice. It'll probably happen, I don't know, while I'm not here, of course. All right, so that was him. Honestly, that was a pretty good turn as well. So let's leave that alone. You're missing all the fun. Yeah, I don't mean to boast. Yeah, I don't mean to boast, but you were missing a lot of fun here. Sally, our new convalescer, is hitting and she's just getting armor upon armor upon armor. She's just getting beefcaked out. Although, however, she is still bleeding, so I have to make a note to get rid of that. Anyway, bad guy turn. Spawn back on top of Sally. And we get, oh yeah, this is another one I really dislike. But could be good if you're disorder farming to get rid of that really, really nasty disorder that is making your survivor completely gimped out. So if you've got arithmophobia or whatever, and he's got a movement of 2 or 1, or if he can't use bladed weapons or anything like that, it can potentially try to get quixotic and immortal and cool other disorders instead. So this one is, while this is in place, spiderlings, after they do damage, so they have to do damage, the target gets a disorder. So jumping spiders goes back in discard, this guy goes inactive, and we're doing basic action, which probably gonna be Damien because he's right stinking there. That's 3 dice hitting on 2, 3, 4, 5s or better. That's all 3. That's all 3. Ruh-roh. 2 head and a belt. And this is 2 damage each location. Alright, so Damien he's got 2 at the head, so we're gonna dodge that one, right? So, do we spend it? Yes, we do! He's at 3. Where are you? So he's taking 2 at the head. What was the other one? And 2 at the belt. Just let's not have that happen again. Right? Alright, now spiderlings go. So we got yellow attacking Victor. That is 2 dice hitting on 4 5s for Victor. A 1 hit. 1 hit for Victor to the hands. Oh, he could take it, but he doesn't want a disorder, right? Why would I want a disorder? Unless it's total disorder porter from the ram, I'll take, I'll just dodge that thing. Uh-huh. So, no disorder for you. I think he's a freshie. Yeah, he's got nothing. Absolute nothing. I'm going to hopefully keep it that way. Then, do they move after or anything? Nope. Then we got the one that's attacking Sally. She's got all the armor in the world, but I don't think she wants disorders. Currently, she's a hoarder. So at the end of every, hunt, we have to get rid of one resource gained so that she gains a courage. I don't really want to get rid of that. We have a lot of resources. I don't want to get rid of anything that's going to get us courage. So let's see. She's being hit on 5s or better. So 1 hit to the chest. I definitely could take it, but I'm going to dodge it. So I don't want that darn disorder. Yeah, this is one thing that's going to force me to spend all my darn resources here, my survival resources. All right, well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I might have done that math wrong. Anyway, let's see. Who wants to go foist? Might need a weapon prof here. Sally's got hers. Jack's got, yeah, so everybody but Victor. And we could get whip, a point and whip, or a point and bows. I do like bow prof. What's whip proficiency? What's whip? Anybody remember that? Don't make me reach across the table. I'm super lazy. What's whip? Specialization. I know you guys know your stuff. I feel like I should go with whip, right? Maybe just because I don't normally do whip. Yeah, let's do whip. Orange whip, orange whip. 3 orange whips. 6, that's 1 hit. Oh, what am I talking about? He's not going to get weapon proficiency anyway from this. And I'm not supposed to be pulling a hit location either, like an absolute tard. 6 plus 3 plus 1 and 8, so that's enough to get rid of a spider. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm talking about. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Look at this guy. Look at this amateur. Yes, that was yellow. Honestly, let's move him 1, 2, 3 next to that other silk thing. Yeah, screw it. I'm just gonna harvest it. So Victor's gonna use his surge, and he's gonna roll on that exact. Ooh, I don't think that's enough. That's just priority target. Well, that could get it closer. I did just pull another spider. That is going to give us a disorder. Probably not the smartest thing ever, but whatever. Survivors with no fighting arts or disorders, they're boring. This is my wife, Oksana. She is boring. Right? Quirks make things fun. Let's see. Unless they're the 3 that absolutely break me mentally. Instead of moving the top card of the AI deck on the wounds deck, you may move the top card of the AI discard. That's actually, when you're down to the last 3 cards and one of them's an absolute ball buster, and it's in the AI discard, that could be handy. It's pretty darn situational though, but and the Silk Whip already gives me that on a perfect hit, so that would give you a lot of options. On a perfect hit, you could just discard a mood, or you could go for the wound, potentially get one of the top cards of AI or discard. That's a lot of versatility. All right. So let's finish this round so I can. Okay. And take a break here. All right. So we got Damien over there smacking with the hammer. Perfect hit. I don't think I have anything that does perfect hits, except the throwing knife, but that's with this weapon, or at least it's been changed to be this weapon. Okay, there it is. Pheromone feeding frenzy. All survivors are doomed. Perform spawn. Shmoosh. This is gonna be about right there. And then full move Spidicules away from the attacker. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so just moved all the way over there. And then place all spiderlings adjacent to. Oh dear. So, and because there's only 3 on the board, all 3 will get an attempt at his life. And yeah, they each get to attack him once. Then I'll reshuffle. So again, this is one of the things with the spider that you have to pay attention to. You go chopping and swinging away at legs, and you hitting those legs. Guess where they don't go back in on a reshuffle. So that means you have a higher chance of pulling that trap as the fight goes on and you keep cutting legs off. So, yarp. Alright, first spider. Orange spider. And so yeah, he's probably going to dodge that one. So does he spend it? No, he don't. All right, so next spider. 2 hits. To the waist and hands. Come on! We don't have any survivors. We can't be skipping hunts. But there are worse things, right? So he's going to be skipping. And he takes 1 to the belt and hands. So it's a light to the belt. He's going to get 1 more. Let's reroll that. Cocked 1. That's 1 hit. To the chest. Oops, I can't go -1, you idiot. Alright, so he's going to get another one. Monster Panic. So whenever you suffer brain damage from an Intimidate, suffer an additional 1. So, okay, those 2 weren't that bad. Alright? Those 2 weren't that bad. Alright. Now, technically, no, but that was on a trap. So, I'm not even going to deal with priority target right now. So that was on a trap. Oh, he was doomed. He was doomed. So he couldn't dodge that one. So it goes to the legs. You klutz. Okay. Well, she hasn't gone. She was going to spend her time killing spiders. You know what she's going to do, though? I think she might go population hunting in the silk nest. Right? Yeah, so she's going to spend her act to move to the nest and try to get a population. We got one! We got one!
That's it! We did it!
We did it!
So yeah, we get to add a population. Oh my gosh, that's better than winning the fight. That's better than winning the fight today. All right, now we've got green. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's move him up. Try to take some of this pain away. Spear going at it. Ouch. Snake eyes. Well, that's a miss. But he will surge. And have to spend it. So Jack is down to 5. Oh, the pain. Are you kidding me? He learned from his mistake. Just not well enough to do anything better. Alright, so... Alright, well, it's the bad guy's turn, but ads are coming up. Ads are coming up. So I'm going to hit the button, take a break so that we can not miss anything. But you could just hit that little Prime subscribe thing that costs you nothing extra, or you could spend real life monies, simoleons, and subscribe, and you wouldn't have to watch those commercials when they do happen to pop up when I'm not ahead of the game. But I'm going to go ahead and take a break. Looks like my dog is out there petting me. So I'm going to go do that real quick. And I'll see you in a few. And we're back. All right. So, oh, Ace. Ace is at the place. All right, Ace, welcome back, man. Haven't seen you in I don't know, a week or so. Is that because you went on your honeymoon? Drinking Mai Tais? Drinks the funny straw thing in them? Well, actually, I was going to say I hate work. I don't work. I've been retired for a while, long time now. So my work is my kids, and that stresses me out. So I guess, yeah, okay. It's stressful. It's like no vacation, no pay. Yeah, sorry about that, bud, but I hope you're planning to do your honeymoon soon. If you haven't, don't wait too long, all right? Don't wait too long. Oh, I wanted to float this idea. So I chirped Bra, chirped sounds negative. I talked to Bra yesterday. I'm floating the idea of some kind of fun Black Friday event. Because obviously Black Friday is KDM, holiday, right? So, and it's on a Friday, right? And I stream on a Friday. It's coming together. What if I did like some kind of marathon session or tried to get like some guest people to the table? Not that I have guests like Letterman, like talk show or anything. But, like get some more people to the table, play a big long marathon session, go full hype train. Let me know what you think about that. I know the first thing I'm going to do on Friday morning is a damage report as far as how many kidneys I have to sell and how many times I'm going to the blood bank to pay for all the KDM stuff I'm going to buy on Black Friday. So, I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be super fun. So let me know what you guys think about what kind of cool ideas we could do. Whether it's just Santa Clara, like a big giant session, right? But it would be and on the day, so there shouldn't be any store interruptions. Like I'm not gonna do it when the sale drops. That's insanity. But all right, let's move on. It was it monster turn? I do believe so. So we got a spawn. Hi, Sally. Okay, what is it? If it's bleed, I'm gonna go bonkers. Oh, okay. I'm okay with this one. So we've got the Fanatic spinning. So mood basic action. This is the one where your survivors cannot move if they are orthogonally adjacent to a spiderling. So sticky webs keep you from moving. Yeah, okay. If we get 1,000 subscribers before Black Friday, I'll do that. But it's not gonna happen, is it? So yeah. My survivors are so far down on my priority list, it's not even funny. But hey, you know what? A community goal. 1,000 subscribers. XP paints his minis, his survivor minis. I'd like to see it. Hype train. Oh, this is over here now. All right. So basic action, but we got a prio. We got a prio target. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, I think you're right there. All right. Hacking 1,000 Prime accounts. All right. Let's see. That is 3 dice. And this is Victor. What's his evasion? I don't think he's got much. He's got 1. Oh dear. Oh, but at least we got rid of the disorder card. That's a win. So 3 dice hitting on 2 3s or better. Hey, we got a 1 in there, so it's only 2. Head and chest. Well, we're definitely dodging the head Where'd my marker go? So that puts him down to 1 survival. Victor's down to 1 survival. Apparently I haven't been noting that. Boop. Whoops. Unless I just fat fingered a 4, and that was supposed to be a 3. Whatever. Alright, so we're losing the head one. But guess who's wearing the bitter beast cloak? The bitter beer face. That's right, Victor is. So that is a blight token. So he takes the 2 damage, the chest. Bad guy gets a blight token. And that is the one with a blight token is if the monster has to reshuffle the hit location, roll a d6 or d10 for each blight token. On a 6+, the monster takes an automatic wound. That's how we killed the dang spider last time, if I recall correctly. Alright, so that was the monster's turn. Now we got all these stinking spiderlings. So the first one's going after... Get rid of that prio target. First one's going after Sally. Hitting on 4 5s or better. It's 1 hit. And since it's disorder time, we don't care. Sally's just going to take that 1 to the foot and not even notice it. Then we've got Orange is going after Damien. Is that's a miss. Damien's got Rawhide, full set, plus Monster Grease and Innate. So, yeah, that's a miss. Then we've got... Let's have the next one go after Jack. It's an 8 and a 6. And they are hitting, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9s or better. Yeah, that's a 6 and an 8, so that's a miss. So the other one's going after Jack. Oh, boo! To the chest. That's actually the one place we really don't want to get hit. So we're gonna see if we spend our survival. We do not. Oh, man. This is looking good. All right, our turn. Looking good. Okay. And Victor, the one person who has not had a chance to get a weapon prof point, is up. Now, I really like bow proficiency. We have 1. I think we only have 1 in the settlement. But it's a good one. So I think I'm just going to shoot with the bow. So that is 2, hitting on 6, 5, and it's facing. So hitting on 5s or better. That is, I don't think I get any perfect hit bonuses from this guy. So nothing there. That's 2 hits. Have some critable. Yes. Okay. All right. All right. Segmented arms. We got on a wound. Swipes. Okay. Sorry, Aziz. Rears up and swipes the attacker. If the attacker's within 2 spaces, he's bashed to knockback. Otherwise, move towards the attacker. All right. So that's probably not. We're gonna do not doing that one first. So this one is an automatic reflex. Gains prio token. All spiderlings perform spider action targeting the attacker. Well, that's fantastic. They would all move. I think you'd only get hit once. I like this idea. We're going to do this. This is a great plan. We're going after this one. Now, he does have a luck token, and the Crimson Bow gains +2 strength and deadly while facing. So... we're looking pretty good here. We're critting on 8s. 8s and higher here. Buckfutter. Alright, so the spiderlings explode. Remove all spiderlings from the showdown board. Where's my golf clap? Golf clap. Right? High five. Get out. Go away. That was fantastic. So, oh, and it's a wound. Alright. No idea what you are. Alright. That was a big one. I liked that one. Alright, now for this one, the segmented arms. Well, I could dig it, right? So that's not a wound. So, and it's not a crit. It's big fat nothing. So nothing happens at all. Alright, so actually what I have... can we rewind just a bit? Could I have surged and then use my movement? Now I can dash and use an act. So I can shoot him twice. Is that breaking it too much? No, that's not breaking it too much. Alright, I just did it out of order. Did it out of order. Alright, so he's gonna use his last one. Where is he? There he is. Victor's using his last one to shoot again. A 7 and a 4. I think only one of those is gonna hit. Yep, that's one hit. Oh, I didn't update the health pool here. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3. Yep, I am correct. All right, what do we got? We've got, if you hit with a spear, not this time, wound, he full moves and calls the nothingness towards me. I would really like to get another resource, so let's just crit it. Oh, I thought it was an 8, but it's the 3. So is that enough to wound though? 3, 4. That's also not enough to wound either. So that's again, nothing happens at all. One, two, three. All right, she has to dash to get in on it. So Sally down to 4 survival. Dashes and attacks with the Weaver. She's hitting on my 4 3s or better. 3 hits. No traps. 2 legs and the segmented abdomen. So let's see, if you hit with the spear, no. Reflex, cancel everything out of range. So it looks like we're going with the 2 legs first. That is enough to wound. So that's 1 card and 2 to the feet. And that's a positive. That's a positive 2 to the feet. That is so fun. All right, and that's 1 more in the leg pile. That's up to 5. All right, another leg. 4 plus the 6 she's got is a wound. That's 10, so that's another leg. Another wound. And another 2 to the head. She's at, I think, 9 hit points, 9 armor to the head. Is there a limit? I don't know if I've ever dealt with, I've had armor like at 12 before, but I don't think there's a limit. Take me to the limit. Alright, so now we've got this guy. 7. It's a wound. That is a dead spider, ladies and gentlemen. Not a crit. Now that was smooth.
That's it, we did it!
We did it!
That was smooth. Too bad they don't get to take the armor points onto the next battle, because that was crazy. All right. Pulling the book down. Here we go. Did not get enough legs for the ball, but we did get all 4 silks. All right. We got all 4 silks, which I'm not counting for. Why did I not count 4? It's probably buried under something. All right. Yeah, that was a good fight. That's how it's supposed to happen, right? All right, so everybody gets a hunt XP. Damien's up to 3. Jack's up to 2. He will age up. Victor's up to 2. He's gonna age up. Sally's up to 3. That's excellent. And all of them get a weapon prof. So we're at 2 checkboxes for a club. We're at 1 checkbox for spear. Victor's taking bow, right? So that's 1 checkbox. And Sally's at another checkbox of sword. Sword. And the settlement gains the silk refining innovation. We already have that. When the survivors defeat the Spidicules, they suffer its revenge. If taken is already on the timeline, it is trigger it now. Alice, where are you? It's taken. No, taken. Take it. All right, we did it during the showdown phase because we care about our population. All right. This is the important bit. We do not want a 1 or a 2.
Oh, Bob, say it!
Who hasn't used their reroll yet? Jack and Victor have not used their reroll yet. Anybody else got a reroll out there? Anybody have one? Otherwise, it's a botched rescue. However, so yeah, we have. So the botched rescue is the person who's taken gets a dismembered arm. So Alice would have no eyes, 1 arm, and she'd come back to the settlement. And then somebody else would be taken. So, oh, yes! All right. All right, Ace, I'm going to give you a choice. We've got... No, go away. We've got a couple dice here for you to choose. Which one do you want to roll? And I still have to do my due diligence because there's a couple apps that allow you guys to roll dice. I just have to figure out how to integrate it so that you can only roll dice when I allow it. So if you redeem a reroll, you would be able to reroll. I think that'd be fun. So, all right, Bone White. Now I did change the reroll. It still costs the same, but you can do it 2 times in a stream instead of just 1. So if you're just sitting on an absolute ton, you still have an hour cooldown, but you can do it twice. All right, here it comes. 5. 5 is better than 1. Alright, so 5, a timely rescue from a traumatic imprisonment. The nominated survivor gains a random disorder and is returned to the settlement. Alice, welcome home! So, remember, Alice has gone through absolute hell on Earth, right? So she got absolutely picked on by Brawl. Like, schoolhouse bully. And then she got her eyes poked out, one by Brawl, and one by the spider. Then she got taken, and now she's got and she's retired, right? Because she's blind. So she can come back. She comes back. She counts as population. We can use her to, to breed if she wants. It's really cruel, blind, but it's Kingdom Death. We got to use what we got. And this is gonna say she like can't perform intimacy. Is it? I know it is. Bloodlust. Whenever a survivor gains a bleed token, suffer frenzy. Limit once per round. Of course, there are ways for her to come back and play, but she's -4 accuracy. It's not saying she can't do it, but that's rough. All right, so now she's got bloodlust. Oh, Alice, poor Alice. Where's the pencil? So she's got prey, apathetic, and now bloodlust. That girl is traumatized. That's any bleeds. Frenzy. Which would give her an extra speed and strength. Oh, and she can only use daggers or katars. So, but she's not taken anymore. Oh my god. I really want her to stay alive. Like, I just... Oh, it's so bad. Alright. And then we have Damien. What'd he get? He got the secretive. So he has to skip the next time. And Annie, since the lantern year is over, she can go out now. Annie is our red fist glass mask binge eater with no weapon proficiency points. So we can put her wherever we want. But she's got an extra speed on her, so she's worth something. Alright. Honestly, this is the super fun part where I get to do all this stinking paperwork and you guys don't get to see a fight. So, mark is complete there. You guys want to do screen avatars? Or stream avatars? You want to do a boss fight? I can get that going while I do all this boring stuff. On top of all that silk, we get 4 basic and 4 spider resources. Yay, bookkeeping! So if you haven't done stream avatars, there should be a little like overlay or some kind of component-y, widget on the screen for you to go and set up an account. And then we can do a silly boss fight against a Halloween-themed boss. So I'll give you a few moments to decide, then I'll hit the boss fight thing. Now we don't get a ton of resources, and we don't get anything special at level 2. And the spider's kind of a pain with his armor set. You cannot complete the armor set unless you fight a level 3. So it's a little frustrating knowing you can't complete it. And I'm not going to go after a level 3. Not yet. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got a hide, a broken lantern, a bone. Well, hey, we got an organ, a bone, and a hide. There is our innovation stack right there. That's our basics. We get 6 spider ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, yes, 6. We get a large appendage, a small appendage, another large appendage, the exoskeleton, chitin, and a venom sac. Oh, baby. That's a tough one. So the venom sac is a special one where if you are a lady, and you're fist and tooth, although you don't have to be fist and tooth, you will definitely want to become fist and tooth. You get death touch, which is lip smacking deliciousness. And there are no on receiving type penalties for any of that stuff. Then let's see, we do not have scarification and we're not level 3. So that's it. That's it for the spider rewards. You guys start talking amongst yourselves as far as what we do next, because it's an open hunt. It is an open hunt for us to figure out what we want. Do another spider, or we could try something different. We could go after a level 2 croc. We can do anything we want. Of course, the settlement settlement phase might tell us what we're doing. I don't know, we'll find out. But right now I'm gonna transcribe all my updates onto character sheets. Monster panic. I was going to say +1 to insanity, but that's +1 brain damage. That's backwards. And if you weren't here earlier when I was discussing why we weren't fighting the hand on this stream today, it's a hell of a story. It's a hell of a story. We have Crimson Croc as our node 1, Spidicules is node 2, Dragon King node 3, King node 4, but we haven't done his opening story. We have done the Dragon King opening story. So the hand did his little intro story event at the end of last hunt and was going to wipe out all our gear. Like, not gear, our resource storage. We've got way too much stuff to let that happen. So we challenged him, fought him in a special showdown that happened off screen, which I do apologize because it was flippin' awesome. I would have been hitting clip, 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 highlight, 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 because I crit the ever-living piss out of him. It was insane. It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Even more amazing than the time Michael Jackson came over to my house to use the bathroom. So we crit on everything. We got the hit location gilded or golden codpiece. Crit on that. Crit on the next hit. We got 20 automatic tokens. Crit on the significant injury and walked away with just -1 movement permanent to all 4 survivors. And wow, it was spectacular. And we did it at the start of the 4th round. So it was the biggest beatdown of the hand I've ever been part of. I just wish I had recorded it. I just wish I had recorded it. That was my mistake. But I thought we were going to get beat down and it was going to be unpleasant. So I didn't do it. And that's my fault. That's what I get. Dragon King could be fun. Dragon could be fun. Well, Jack got nothing new. Victor up to 5 insanity and no survival. Oh, and we never got to shuffle the hit location deck for that blight token. Boo. All right, and we got a red thread and a black resin for our sweet, was it red incursion hunt event? That was awesome. Yeah, I think that's it. All right, let's get a boss fight going. I have to remember how to do it. Bang boss. There. You guys get what, like 5 minutes to decide if you want to fight. Don't cost nothing. Something to do while you watch. Watch me write things down. So we are. It's like I think I'm supposed to age up before I do this, but nobody. I don't think anybody gets. Or we lose any, whatchamacallit, the endeavors for those new phobias or whatever we got. I don't think we lose anything. So let's do age first. So I think we're technically supposed to do that first. Aja. Jack first, huh? +16. I think that's right up at +1 permanent accuracy. And he's got Rhythm Chaser as a fighting art right now from the settlement. I had an extra endeavor. Just felt like getting somebody there so I can have drums. Because we have a big problem with being knocked down against the croc. And he took spear. Now Victor. LY11. Fighting art. Oh, let's get a good one. Ha! What? Well, I guess he's going to be fist and toothing. I mean, he just took one for bow. Technically, this is his age up. He hasn't gotten his weapon prof yet. So looks like he's doing fist and tooth instead of bow. Which means he doesn't get a point. Armored fist. So that's plus strength equal to arm location. Bit of a change of plans right there, wouldn't you say? Not necessarily disappointed, because I still don't have a fist and tooth. But if Victor was a girl, I'd be a hell of a lot happier, because I'd end up trying to roll for that acid, the venom sac, to get death touch now, because that's a good combination. All right, that was age. So Endeavor's update timeline. We get our principal now. And we get... Oh, please don't be something awful. Heat wave. All right, you got 30 seconds or so until you have to hit your bang, join, space, whatever class to do the fight. So we got heat wave. It is impossibly hot. Any returning survivors with heavy or fur gear have heat stroke and may not depart this lantern year. Oh my gosh, gear with heavy or fur. Man, we are running out of people that can go anywhere. So this is anybody that comes back. I don't think I have any fur heavy like gear. But I'm worried about Victor's accessories. Yeah, alright, so Victor cannot go out this year. Well, that stinks. So Victor and Damien are sidelining this year. Oh, that's a pain. That's a pain when you don't have anybody. So I got Jack, Sally, and Annie that could go out. Alice is, well, Alice is Alice. And now we've got a new guy, person, which we haven't decided upon. They're gonna go as well, because I don't have a choice. Alright. Excuse me. So, lingering effects. The heat wave prevents science and education endeavors. So that prevents nightmare training. Yeah, that prevents nightmare training. Joy of joy. Then we also get, if you depart with heavier gear in your grid, set your survival to 0 after applying all bonuses. Ah. That's going to be amazing. So we could potentially try to get rid of that by using an endeavor. We got find fluid. So we spend an endeavor roll a d10, 50% chance find nothing, 20% chance to depart with heavy gear normally, or 8+, we find enough fluid to endeavor normally. Then we have breathe fumes, which is a d10, 50%, scrape boiled goo from the bottom of a pot and inhale, +1 understanding, and skip hunt. Can't afford to do that. So 6 to 7 is gain a disorder in intimacy. 8 is horizons expanded, gain extra sense fighting art, which allows us to dodge an additional time. So we're not doing breathe fumes, can't afford it. We might need to find fluid, because that would give us a 50% chance of not losing all of our survival, because we pretty much have a heavy item on everybody. Yeah, we'll have to play with that one. But that, now we need to We gotta name our new guy. Sally's used hers. Annie has not used hers. Alice, I know, has used hers. So I'm thinking the next one is a girl. We need a girl. I'm thinking Ginger from Ginger Snaps or Tina from Nightmare on Elm Street. Does anybody have a name they would like to throw in the hat for our new female survivor? We could do Reagan from The Exorcist, Samara from The Ring. Got quite a few choices. Anybody? I'll let you guys think about that while I find the story event. Principal conviction. There we go. Samara. All right. Samara it is. Sam. And she will have sons. They will be sons of Sam. One survival for naming. We look good there. Check, checkity, check, check. All right. Let's make a note. Still plenty of names. Plenty of names to go through. And I love that you guys can come up with names as well if you got a favorite thriller, slasher, horror movie. We'll use it. The survivors must find a reason to be. Raison d'etre. Treasure the darkness in all its mystery or seek to master it and grow strong. So we got to choose master the darkness or treasure the mystery. I don't like the idea of Hands of Heat. Primarily because we're stocked with resources. Oh, Necro, you done pissed him off. Let's see. You know what? It's been 8 million years since I've done Bone Witch. But I don't know, romantic or barbaric. Do you guys have a preference on this one? I never really do. I never really have a preference between these two. Versus barbaric or romantic. It's not something that keeps me awake at night. So here are our two choices. We got barbaric, increase our survival limit to I believe 8, but I might have that wrong. It might already be 8. And believe in the power of human strength to overpower any obstacle. All current and newborn survivors gain a strength, which is very nice. Or we have believe in the potential for beauty, decency, and ingenuity. When you gain a random fighting art, draw 3, select one to keep, which allows you to kind of keep things on theme. I think that's why I like romantic, but barbaric allows us to wound more, which means live more. So I'm thinking it also is on theme with our settlement, right? I mean, we got 2 people already saying barbaric. All right, settled. We're barbaric. What does that do to Tabard? What does that do to Tabard? I can't remember. Tabard, if we are barbaric, when we're encouraged, we get an insanity when we encourage. Or if we're romantic, we get a survival when we're encouraged. If I could throw Tabard on Jack, who's encouraging with the rawhide drum, that's anti-croc material right there if I ever heard of one. Because he's encouraging all non-death survivors. So giving everybody an insanity. I like that. Romantic does sound nice, right? That allows you to really, now that's one you would definitely want to take on like People of the Stars, where you really need to get specific fighting hearts to check boxes on your bingo card. So, but this, I think this works, I think, a little bit better for us. All right, so putting that one away. Keeping barbaric, right? So all current and newborn gain +1 permanent strength. I like that. Sally's up to 2 innate. Jack's up to 3 innate. Annie's up to 3 innate. Hey, Samara, welcome to the group. You're now 2. And then Alice. Alice is now at 3. Congratulations, Alice. You done it. Congrats, and you done it. Damien's at 3. Victor is at 2. Hey, that helps, man. There's nothing worse than going up against a nemesis or a level 2 or 3 and you just can't stinking wound. That is such a crappy feeling. I don't know how you guys handle that. That sucks. So having strength is never bad. Especially when you have the Dome Buster. Alright. Wheeze, barbaric, and survival limit +1. All right, let's go through and make sure that we're doing this right. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we might. I think we're at 10. I think we're at 10, actually. Yeah, I think our survival limit's 10. I haven't been paying attention to that. Anybody get anything good? Basic resource, basic resource. Ooh, a bot got a rare resource. Nice job, team. Yeah. Again, put it on my list of things I got to do for my channel. Is make the little guys have stuff, right? So I made a lantern thing, but I can't figure out I can't figure out how to make it so you don't have it automatically, but you can loot it in the boss fights. You can loot a lantern. So people that have a lantern, you'd be like, ooh, they've got a lantern. Fancy. But I can't figure it out because I checked the box that says you can equip it and then all of you spawn with it. Yeah, it's just not worth my time to be spending it on that instead of other stuff right now. Make it worth my time. Make it worth my time and I'll put effort into it. All right. And we have already done a level 1 Red Witches. We have not done a level 1 Hand proper. I think all right. Our population is now 1, 2, 3, 4, back to 7. That's not a lot. You guys want to use one? We're going to use one to innovate. There go those. Innovate time. We get 4. We got our big one last time. Could use ammonia. We get scarification, shrine, forbidden dance, and pictograph. Is ammonia even in the stinking deck? Wait, where is ammonia? Did I miss it? Is ammonia not even in the deck? Okay, we're gonna redo that again because ammonia's not even in. It apparently has not been in the deck. Oh boy. Side blade. Yeah, Blue Knives did that. Yeah. He did that. He built the deck. Whoopsie. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. My fault. I know. I have shamed my house. Let's try this again. Storytelling, ammonia, family, and forbidden dance. So, storytelling, I think, is its own thing. I don't think anything. Oh, records comes from that one. And it allows us to do white speaker. Ammonia allows us to build stuff, which is kind of nice. So we can actually do leather armors and stuff. So that's probably going to be it. That also opens up bloodletting, lantern oven. So, and then it moves us towards scrap smelting, which is importante. We have family, which opens up clan of death, which is beneficial. Then we have forbidden dance, which allows us to learn king step, which is also important. But I'm kind of feeling ammonia. Yarp. So I always wondered if you were going to ever get Surge. Yeah. You're like, not even in the deck. I call it hard mode. Game plus. Purposely not put Surge or Ammonia in the deck. Oh my gosh. Alright. Ammonia. Departers get +1. And then we need to add quite a bit here. What do we add? Bloodletting, lantern oven. Oh, we also forgot to add character, because that's an inner lantern consequence, but it's not on this list. All right, now I get to blame whoever wrote this list. It's not my fault. Do my best, Lando. It's not my fault. I love character. Character's awesome. It allows you to use all those new fun things when you name a survivor, get random cool stuff. It's not my fault. I trusted him. Is Morg on this list as well? Gotta add Morg. Apparently that list is outdated a bit. Got bloodletting. Yeah, we messed up big on that, but guess what? That happens. They don't call me 5 XP for nothing. All right. Excuse me. So +1 for departers. We're now at +3. And that unlocks an absolute ton for our locations. We still don't have bonesmith. We still don't have barber surgeon. I'm kind of wondering if we do one intimacy and then we go on and try to create some locations, because we can't get weapon maker or blacksmith and so on. So we've got to I think, develop the settlement a bit here. But let's take a look at the items we got from the spider. We got 2 large appendages, exoskeleton and chitin. I feel like all those are armor-based pieces. So exoskeleton gets us the robes, the chest piece. Chitin. Oh no, that's down here. That's for the amber edge, which we made that last time. So amber edge is Weaver, but not quite as good as Weaver. It's kind of a mix between Weaver and Dome Buster. So we made this last time. So it's slow, so it's never going to get higher than a 1 unless you're frenzied. At the end of each attack, if you're wounded with this, make an additional attack with it. So it doesn't auto wound, it doesn't make you do an extra attack. And 4 strength's nothing to sneeze at, with 6 to hit. Nothing to sneeze at. So we need a thick web silk and a large appendage for the other 3 pieces of the armor set that we can make this round. However, the first thing I'm going to be building is the bodysuit, and that's going to use up a bunch of our silk. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are strange resources. So 4 silk. The spinnerets, which we did not want the hand to destroy. 2 hide. 1. And another. And 1 more silk. All right, so now we get the bodysuit. Which, if you have not seen the bodysuit, silk mill. There's only 1 of them. It is unique. Oh, of course there's an ad in progress I didn't pay attention to. Whoops! Actually, let's go ahead and hit another ad thing, and I'll take a break. Boom, let's just pound it right on to the end of this one. And then I'll take a break. But here's our silk bodysuit that we've been waiting on. So that's flammable, so you don't want to use it in a Sunstalker campaign. But it's good in this one. Alright, thanks for letting me take that break. Appreciate it. Alright, let's do intimacy. Oh, I know we're bad at intimacy. Who should take it? Should we let Alice try? I feel bad. I feel bad. But she's one person we could kind of afford to lose if something bad did happen. Thoughts? Thoughts? Or do we pick I really don't want to pick Sally. Sally's too good to lose on intimacy to me. Who's our other girl? Who's our other girl? Samara, our new girl, and Annie. Both of them have their rerolls. And Jack's got his. Alright, I'm gonna do Jack and Alice. Alright, Jack and Alice. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. Alright, Alice is the bone. Well, 3 not good. But I know 10 good. So I'm wondering... use that reroll. Alright, I can take that. Alright, so this is again one of the reasons why I can't stand. Oh, that's not Hidden Jack. Survival of the fittest. So I feel like all my rerolls are on intimacy, right? That just drives me nuts. So whoever it is gains so +1 population, and the survivors bond gain 10 survival each, and we have a bed, so that's a permanent strength. All right, we need a new one. Is this a guy or a girl? We do have face painting, but I think you have to endeavor there first. And that just, and you have to do, it has to be 4 or better to get that +1. It's not, I'd rather spend the endeavor to intimacy. If that is that what you're asking? So it doesn't give you an automatic +1, which is too bad. All right. I think I'm still gonna go girl on this one. Yeah, I mean, you have to roll first. I'm gonna do... let's do Tina from Nightmare on Elm Street. So she's gonna be at 3 strength right off the get-go. I'm happy with that. That's enough, right? We got 2 +2 population this round. We got Alice back. Found a person in the... we found Samara in the silk nest. And we still have to deal with this, though. We're probably going to have to find fluid. So yeah, let's go ahead and find fluid. I really want to be able to take my stuff. It was 4 enough. 4 is not enough. Darn it. That hurts. So, rolled 4, found nothing. I mean, it doesn't say it's only 1 time, so we could try again. I am feeling like we should go for the barber surgeon. What do we got? Got a ton of hide. We've got an organ, 2 organs. Probably not enough. We've got bone, hide, organ, scrap, elastomer, and thread. I need to add those. Another broken lantern. Ooh. Actually, we probably want to do the skinnery, right? Rehide an organ so we can get leather working. Let's do that one. I'd like to get some things off of the leather worker. We can get shields, better armor. All right, we need 3 hide and an organ. So 1. We need 2 hide. Let's take one of those. Actually, let's take 2 of those. So okay, there we go. So we just made leather working location. So leather worker. Of course, it all takes leather, which is another endeavor. But we could come out with a round leather shield this round. Probably could get a full leather set next hunt. If I'm looking at this right. So do we use this last endeavor to try once again to heat wave? Or do we intimacy, or do we do leather working? What's ammonia stuff? Leather making. Spend any number of hide to add that many leather resources. It's a toughie. Shield is amazingly good. I'm trying to think. Got some promo stuff that requires ammonia. Some of those are quite fun, actually. We should have enough to depart now, right? So we've got Tamara, Annie, Jack, Sally, Tina. We have 5 to choose from. So we could keep Annie, who's our matchmaker, at home, if we so choose. But we'd have to drop all our heavy, right? Or no, just heavy would make us have 0 on depart, right? Yeah, so it would, if you depart with heavy gear in your grid, set your survival to 0 after applying all bonuses. So it would be anybody that arrives would get their bonus for... No, that's on depart. Sally would get her full allotment of survival because she has her sword thing. Let's go sword promise. So she'd get all hers. Everybody else would be bingo unless they had stone noses. So that hurts a bit, actually, doesn't it? Heatwave might have to go. I might have to spend the last one on a Heatwave and attempt it and maybe get a free reroll on something. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to wait till next round. Heat wave. I don't want to deal with that. I like survival. It's kind of like important. Here it is. Here is our survival roll. What do we got? We got to get 6 or better. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's it! We did it!
We did it!
That's a winning. All right, so with ammonia, I could get the cloth leggings, which is the accessory to the feet location, which when you suffer bleeding or bloody thighs, you only get 1 bleed instead. That's an accessory. I think there were a couple others that I needed leather for. The gloom cowl, which is a head armor. It's not accessory. 3 armor to the head location. Puzzle with red and blue, and you get attacks gain +2 accuracy when attacking monsters you are adjacent to. I feel like there's some others that needed ammonia. Yeah, nope. All right, I think we're good though. Yeah, I think we're good with that one. So heat wave, that was a 9. So your settlement finds enough fluid to deal with heat. You may endeavor normally. Wow, geez, with all those endeavors we still have remaining, let's endeavor normally. Thanks a lot, you jackass. And what did I do with my silk location? Because we still have venom sac, 2 large appendages, a small appendage, and an exoskeleton to use. I do feel we probably would be better off using them to make the gear. Here we go. Right there. We don't need another amber edge. We did get a small appendage, so I am definitely burning that. And a scrap to make another Qatar. So that's big money. No whammy. Which one is that? The silk mill. Where is it? Where is it? So that's another one of these bad boys. So paired, 4 more hits, more woundage, right? I like free wounds. Unless you're a Gen Con and Matt comes over to your table and says, "Nuh-uh, Jack, no free wounds." All right, what's next? We've got venom sacs, which we could hold on to for a ring. Otherwise, we just made that. Just made that. We already have 1 amber poleaxe. I don't know if you can make 2. Is that unique? I don't think it is. So we could do another amber poleaxe, which is another anti-croc weapon. Right, so anytime it would collide with you, you'd be able to potentially get an automatic wound. That could be worth something. 2 bone and organ. We would have that. I don't know, that seems kind of nice. Doesn't have a lot of strength and its accuracy is 6, so it's just one you put in your gear grid and hope it runs over you while you're wearing it. Or we could start building our silk robe set. So we could get a pair of silk boots, which I believe is green up, green right. And you can act to get +1 armor to all locations. No, that's silk boots are +1 movement. Which really would be nice with our group, wouldn't it? Since we have so many -1ers. And then once per round, you may spend 1 survival to gain 2 insanity. So there's no act on it. It's just that. 3 and an upright. So that might be worth getting as well. Excuse me. So that's a large appendage in silk. We do have both of those. And then the exoskeleton is 2 silk and a hide. We have 3 silk total. We have thick web silk, which could do silk wraps for the hands. The hands are vanilla. They are just green left, red down. I'm not really thinking we have a lot of need for those synergies right now. And then what's the other one? Right, the chest piece, which I think's pretty good. So, oh no, that's the turban, sorry. Which I just grabbed the wrong piece here. So when you depart, gain a survival. And if you puzzle piece, add 1 to all hit location once per showdown. So, and that's definitely doable. We have, I think even the Katars have a blue to their left, so that would match. And I guess if you got the wraps, the silk wraps, that would match on the top. So I'm feeling boots and robes myself. But not really sure we need another chest piece at the moment. I definitely think we need to do the boots with our minuses. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So large appendage and silk. So that's one. Probably do one more thing, one more item, and then probably call it a day, right? What you guys think about? Any of these strike imperative to you? Amber poleaxe we could make. Or we can go with the silk wraps. Or the silk robes. Probably could do the silk sash as well. So we've got 2 more silk left. So we've got only 2 silk. But we've got the other stuff. The silk sash is another green. Depart, gain a survival, and the ability to add 1 upon both puzzled. That one's probably a little bit harder to complete because it's green. There's not a lot of greens, but it's better than 1. I think we've got 1 survivor that oh, Victor is our cursed red cloak. So we lose his ability to bounce next fight. That's too bad. You know what? I think I forgot something. I did. Look at this guy. Man, I'm full of 5 XPs today. This is insane. So on our conviction, we did barbaric. But we forgot to do all the other stuff. So life is finding the perfect death. The lantern is power. By its light, all will be led to their final glorious moment. Add Hands of Heat to the next year in the timeline. That has a chance to remove a bunch of resources, doesn't it? Because if we get lantern branding, you lose half your stinking resources. Okay, that's next year. And we didn't roll on the table. My gosh, you guys are letting me just fail. But that's not a fail, is it? Nominator Survivor, they gain 4 courage and the following ability, Thundercaller. Once a lifetime on a hunt board space after overwhelming darkness, we can roll Hundy for finale. Oh, wow. That would be kind of nice, getting steel sword, getting steel shield, and then potentially Thundermaul, right? Well, I like that. Who are we nominating for 4 courage, instant courage? It wouldn't put anybody up to see the truth. But it would get somebody to bold. Let's give somebody who doesn't have any courage. Yeah, Annie already has 3 courage. You want to give it to Victor? Mr. Red Cloak? Oh, hold on, we haven't gotten it yet, and we haven't rolled well enough for it yet. But, oh, it's gonna be, we want a club guy, right? Who's our club guy? I think it's Damien. Yeah, Damien's our club guy. So let's, because Thundermaul's first? Is it? Man, it's been a minute since I've had that card. It is cursed. Irreplaceable, unique, and cursed. So let's probably give it to Damien, right? Yeah, let's give that 4 courage to Damien. That hits him on bold. And that puts him so that is settlement phase. So he's a matchmaker. Yeah, that's 2. You can never have enough matchmakers in this situation. And let's roll this die. Okay. +1 permanent strength. Boy, this is the year of strength. He's now at +4 strength. What's that thing called? So he gets Thundercaller. Yep. All right, that's easily done. Yeah, man, I can't believe I almost missed that one. That would have been a big 5 XP, wouldn't it? All right, I'm out of endeavors. I've done all my milestones. I've developed what I dare develop, I think. Oh, except that Hands of Heat, right? So we might need to just develop everything we possibly can to avoid that Hands of Heat. We've got Acid Storm and Hands of Heat next turn. Oh my goodness. And we did Principal Conviction. Alright, honestly, we need to brainstorm real quick to stinking get this. So we don't have that one yet. Don't have that one yet. So we can't make any leather. So nothing at the leather worker. We have probably no reason to do skinnery. We could possibly make a lucky charm with an organ. So I know we had to give one of them up. And we have a pseudo penis to use. We have... Oh, that's our only organ besides our new venom sac. Oh dear. Oh man. Nothing from the croc. It's all going to be silk mill and organ grinder. Yeah, we're probably going to have to make one of those armor pieces. And it's probably... Honestly, I'd roll the dice on this one. The silk robes cost them, or silk sash and silk robes both cost 4 resources. So that's 4 that can't possibly get hands of heated. I'm leaning more towards the chest piece than I am the sash. One last look, and we'll just pick one. So the robes are depart, get a survival, and add 1 to all hit locations once a showdown. The sash is the exact same. Alright, so sash it is then, huh? Because we'll stitch that in with the croc and beast cloak that we've been doing. So that's a silk sash. 2 silk, a bone, and a hide. Our last 2 silk. Bone. And... we need a hide here. Well, we got a perfect hide. Let's just use another one of those. We still have 2 left. We used 3 of them this round, or this settlement. So that leaves us with 3 scrap, a skull, perfect bone, 2 perfect hide, a cyclops fly, a lonely fruit, 2 iron, 2 red thread, elastomer, and a pseudo penis. So I'm gonna leave all that in case I have to get rid of stuff. We can get rid of scrap, the fly, and a pseudo penis. We can keep our 2 red thread, elastomer, perfect stuff, and our iron. So math it. And then, oh right, need to add exoskeleton, large appendage, venom sac. Shoot. It sounds like a... That would be pretty much exactly what you need for an amper poleaxe. This is getting difficult. So I'll put exoskeleton on here because I do want to keep that for getting the chest plate later. So keeping that. So we got a large appendage and a venom sac, which means we would only need a bone and an organ, which would be kind of hard to do. All right, we'll do that another time. So venom sac and large appendage are getting added. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of bookkeeping. That's a long settlement phase when you're the only one here. It happens, right? All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 survivors now. Oh my goodness. Of course, one's Alice, so we don't count her. We got ourselves a silk bodysuit, which is going to be amazing. Silk boots, silk sash, another hooded scrap guitar, so we can dual wield guitars. We got 2 aged people, 1 couraged up person, I mean, we got Ammonia. This was a really good year. It was a good year. Big win, right? This was a big win. We still need to figure out what we're doing for Black Friday. I really would like to get you guys to help me out and figure out what kind of stream we should do for Black Friday. Should we do marathon, guest speakers? You know, I could shout out to Lantern Drain to see if anybody's around that wants to join the table. Oh yeah, we got Thundercaller coming up. That's gonna be fun. And we're just gonna go around with 2 giant mauls bashing heads. That'd be pretty nice. But we need to get our drawing done before we leave today. Yeah. Who wants to win something? Of course, Ace and Necro, you guys are off the list right now for the most part because you have already got something or have won something. Let's see, is anybody even on? Am I even rolling? Plumpy? Plumpy hasn't gotten anything, I don't think. I don't think you did. So, well, one person's going to be on the Wheel of Names. I'm looking through this list and I'm not seeing anything else. Bra's not a subscriber or a follower, so he doesn't get nothing. Let's see, did anybody else talkity talk, chitty chat chat? That's a big no, nothing burger. This is the easiest thing you've ever won. Yeah, that's a big nothing. I mean, I'll speed paint the crap out of them if you want me to, but that's no fun. Yeah, I mean that's an easy win for you, Plumpy. Let's let's okay, here it goes. Let's click to spin. Oh, who's it gonna be? It's you're done little blop. All right, woohoo! Shooflay, shooflay, shooflay. All right, hey, good luck. I hope you get something nice. Oh, all right. That's a big one. So, a sealed white box pinup butcher. That's a good sculpt. I like that one a lot. So, if you're okay with handing me address stuff, not in chat right now, don't do it right now. I'll shoot you a ping, a little whisper, get your deets, and get this shipped out to you. So congrats on that one. Yeah, so yeah, there we go. So that's it. But hey, I know nobody's there, but hop on the It's Me 5XP Discord and start giving me some ideas for Black Friday. I think a big session, like multi-year session would be pretty amazing. But that's just me. But that's it. I think we're gonna call it today. Because I mean, I could do a hunt, but I've got to play with all these stinking gear grids and play gear grid Tetris. That's not very fun. Discord is in the channel about me stuff. So if you are not in there, which no one is, it's just me talking to myself right now because I just set it up. Go check that out. That's basically the only way you're going to be able to communicate with me off stream. But then I'm going to have this up on YouTube within the week, within hopefully a couple days. The last one was a pain, but head over to YouTube, look at all the previous streams, do all your subscribe, follows, click all the bells and whistles. That would make me motivated to get things done faster and better, more better. But I think we might do yeah, everything is on the Twitch, like, about me section. So all my socials and things are on there. So check that out. I think we're probably gonna hunt either a level 2 Croc or Dragon King next, because no one's taken. We rescued Alice, and we've got some really great gear. I think it might be time to go Node 3 shopping. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But it's me, 5XP, saying thanks a ton. Thanks a ton, guys. I appreciate all the follows, all the likes, all the subscribes. That always makes me happy. Especially when my kids and everybody come over. It's like, did anybody follow today? It's always fun to say, yes, someone liked me today. But otherwise, see you guys later. See you next week. That's it.